Genius is equally distributed. Opportunity is not. That's a quote that I love from today's example. If I were to ask you where the greatest technical geniuses are found today, I bet your guess would be Silicon Valley, or maybe one of the other major cities like Boston, Bangalore, Tokyo. But what about great African cities like Lagos, Nairobi, Kampala? Why wouldn't those cities be high on your list where technical geniuses may be found? Well, stay tuned because we're diving into the story of a leader who saw the globe as one big tech talent pool. Find out how breaking barriers and building bridges in tech isn't just a dream, but a mission that this phenomenal leader accomplished. That's all what we're going to cover today as we talk about nonpartisanship, a core principle in the attributes of a great leader. That today and more on Boss Beat, a latte of leadership for those seeking to be and build better bosses in business. I'm Ben, and yes, as you may have guessed, I do like my bees. Meet Christina Sass, a founder of Andela, the company that's smashing the geographical glass ceilings when it comes to the tech world. What makes her an outstanding example of nonpartisanship, though? Because she looked at the tech talent gap and thought there's an obvious solution we are all overlooking. See, instead of replaying Silicon Valley's greatest hits, she beat her drum to a different tune, specifically the tune of amazing talent in Africa. Christina didn't just cross the divide, she bridged it, making Andela a reason and a beacon for untapped brilliance. Her vision: it was a world where it doesn't matter if your desk is in Lagos, Nairobi, or New York City. As long as you have the skills, you can get on board. So, how exactly did she do that? First off, she didn't just talk the talk when it came to diversity and inclusion. She walked it all the way across the Atlantic. You see, by pairing African tech talent with global companies in desperate need of great talent, she proved that great ideas don't need a visa or citizenship in any particular country. She saw Africa as one of the largest pools of untapped talent in the world. She knew Nairobi was the birthplace of mobile money. They'd been using it since 2007 when the rest of us didn't really catch on until around 2010 or so. She saw the people of Africa as self-learners and incredibly self-motivated. So she and her team began establishing technology, training, and development centers across major cities in Africa. They took graduates from some of the top technical schools in Africa, and when needed, they offered coding courses in the talent and in the latest of business coding needs for different companies. You see, they identified and fostered personal skills that were vital to remote work, not just the technical skills. They also built some of the most respected and in-demand technical teams in the world. In fact, Andela has been recognized as one of the best places to work in Africa. Now, what can you and your company learn from Christina? First, look in unexpected places for solutions. This is the heart of nonpartisanship. You see, being open to new ideas from anywhere, anytime, anyone, anywhere, almost anytime, is key to being a great boss. Next, look beyond your own backyard for talent. Sometimes the best ideas come from some of the most unexpected places. And third, when it comes to what we can learn from Christina and her example at Andela, make sure you're encouraging diversity in your teams, not just as a tech checkbox, but as the most secretive sauce to unlocking innovation. As Christina has said, and many others like her, we know that diverse teams outperform other teams. They are more innovative. They build better products. They build them faster. And we also know that global products have to be built by global teams if they are to succeed. Now, every episode of Boss Beat, we include 3 attributes that support the principle to help you understand the structure of being a better boss. Today, we're talking about 3 attributes that support nonpartisanship. First, empower others. What we look at when we look at available resources, right, we often see them as a slice of a pie. Think of market share as an example. Bad bosses think of that pie as finite. The pie is only so big, so we must control our portion. Better bosses, on the other hand, have an abundance mindset. They seek to grow the size of the pie rather than focus on hoarding what already exists. Second, be adaptable. If you're not getting the results from your standard methods, time to change your methods. The definition of insanity, after all, is doing the same thing but expecting different results. Well, I'd say most bad bosses are insane. They keep trying the same thing over and over again and keep expecting different results. Be a better boss. Be adaptable and try something new. Attack your problems from a new angle. And third, be accepting. When hiring other people or even contracting with them, we often justify eliminating candidates by saying they were not a cultural fit. That is a dangerous statement. You see, subconsciously, often not intentionally, what we may be saying is the candidate doesn't look like, talk like, walk like, or act like us, so we're not hiring them. Doing so could result in a very homogeneous group, which can result in poor products, poor solutions, and even worse services. Instead, a simple keyword change can make all the difference. Replace the word fit with addition, as in they just weren't a good cultural addition for our team. If you say that, you're more likely to be accepting with a more powerful and impactful team, product, solution, service, and yes, better results. Now, before we leave you, we always like to give you a good quote for motivational purposes. We're going to look at today's example again. Christina said it beautifully when she said, "Brilliance is evenly distributed. Opportunity is not." So the two questions to think about as you seek to be and build better boss behaviors in yourself and your team. First, where is there brilliance waiting for your organization that you have not looked yet? And second, when and how will you expand the opportunity there? Every episode of Boss Beat, we cover one of the 7 core principles of the acronym model of servant leadership. They're populating on your screen right now. Selflessness, empathy, resolve, virtuousness, authenticity, nonpartisanship, and thoroughness. Why do we use those? Because there are dozens of great leadership books out there. All of them are helpful, but the problem is the vast majority of them are based on one person's lived experience. We've consolidated and condensed them all down to the 7 core principles, supported by hundreds of attributes as examples. So, if you like this sort of practical, real-world, actionable advice that you and your team can use back at the office, please check out modernservantleader.com. There you'll find gobs of free resources, as well as links to courses I teach on this subject with a similar approach. I'm Ben Lichtenwallner. Until next time, my friends, keep serving.